family, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we are doing your weekly reading. So, whoop whoop. Welcome. I hope all is going well in your world. We just entered Mercury retrograde, so that messes with communication. Old people, places, and things tend to pop up. Things that we don't have closure from specifically or haven't really been dealt with. Things that need to be addressed. But it does kind of create some cloudy energy, right? The clouds kind of represent that confusion, illusion, not really seeing things clearly, etc. And that can be how Mercury retrograde feels, for sure. Because things get miscommunicated, misinterpreted, etc. And yeah, and thus is life, and thus is relationships. So let's look into it for you, Leo. These are general readings. The energy is going to be the same, but it might show up different situationally. Clarity, enlightenment, seeing something for what it truly is, the sun. This has been coming up a lot lately, but I feel like it's actually very relevant to the overall consciousness, the collective consciousness. We've been seeing this energy come up a lot in the astrology readings. Oh, there's the clouds. First card out, guys. So not really seeing something clearly, but not really knowing how to feel about it. I feel like I said, there's, I don't know, there's elements of confusion, illusion. We see the snake, it represents feminine energy. It's also really like deceitful, you know? I always look at the snake as someone who's like whispering, telling lies, getting into your business, you know, kind of like, and saying a thing just to kind of cause some amount of chaos or not revealing the full truth to make it look a certain way. So you, Leo, have someone in your environment like that. I feel like you know it. I feel like that kind of goes back to the energy I was picking up with the clouds, is it's like you can feel it, right? You can sense it. We can sense when people are being like, you know, shady, not legit, etc. Half the time or most of the time, it's just being able to admit it to ourselves, especially when we like the person, especially when we want, you know, relationship with them. You're at a crossroads, so something is definitely coming to head where you have to see this for what it is what I'm hearing. So be really conscious. You probably will have some interaction with this person this week, and it's leading to that fortune, to that abundance. So, you know, we all kind of have goals that we set for our life, or, you know, Again, this could fall under a myriad of relationships, whether it's love, whether it is career, financial, stability, friends, community, a hobby, an interest, a group of people you hang out with, etc. There's so many ways that this can kind of plug into your life. I do personal readings as a side note. So if you want me to look at your specific situation to kind of give you that exacting energy, just like totally hit me up. I would love. But yeah, this is like getting that. Yeah, there's the sun. All right. So the sun and the clouds came out for us, as we saw numerous times while I was shuffling. It really indicates, Leo, this level of clarity coming through for you this week. I feel like someone lied to you, or, you know, inadvertently lied, withheld the truth, etc. You know this, you feel this, but you're not really sure. Like, I think also acknowledging it means, you know, you kind of have to like look at yourself and your own choices, you know. Ten of Swords just popped. I just cut to Ten of Swords. Five of Pentacles, and this is the King of Cups, interestingly, and that really talks about not listening to our own intuition, right? So oftentimes when we let people deceive us or tell us lies or whatever, you know, we're not listening to our gut instincts. about whether or not like this person is legit, or do they have ulterior motive, or why are they saying it this way? Are they saying it to make themselves look better, to make someone else look bad, etc.? That's kind of that evaluation process that I see for you. I think that that's actually gonna, the more you kind of look at the situation in that way, Leo, using that lens, you're gonna get your information. I feel like the dots are gonna start connecting this week. I also feel like this person might step out of line. You know, they might say something offhanded or something that triggers that little antennae, your radar, ting, you know, that something's off, that it's not correct. And because it does show you receiving something, like some type of yeah, here we go, 8 of Wands. Yeah, there we go. It does show you receiving that message, that communication. This is a really cool deck. It's the vice versa tarot, I believe. But so it shows the cards depicted in 2 different ways. So this energy, this message coming in, which the 8 of Wands represents, is often, it's a little more destructive, right? With the background, the thunderstorm, the lightning. I also kind of like that Pegasus coming through, though, in the corner, because I feel like it is a godsend for you. I feel like this is something that you need to listen to. I feel like it's important. You might have gotten connected with the wrong person. The Emperor is Aries energy, someone who's really controlling, someone who's using your emotions to manipulate against you, someone who wants to be, the Lord over the situation, holding all the pieces, all the chips. 7 of Pentacles, awaiting energy. I feel like this kind of like, you've been waiting on this for a long time. The 7 of Pentacles reminds me a lot of the clouds, right? Where you've been kind of building, nurturing this thing, seeing if it's going to come into fruition. Maybe you're even taking on that Aries or that Emperor energy. Okay, so we have the Lovers for you, which is Gemini. So there's that kind of, the 4 of Cups, completely left empty. Like there's, it looks like a relationship gone south. Maybe you thought this person was really sneaky, shady. Things are changing though. Here's the thing. I feel like you, like I was saying, like you weren't really listening to your instincts about this situation. And this situation has since like evolved, things have happened, they've been said. You might still be waiting to see how it all unfolds, but it looks like as you're waiting, it's leaving you, So I don't know if you want connection with this person. Let's look a little, yeah, there's the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like you're blocking this energy of complete abundance. It shows you, again, kind of in that autonomous state. You might be self-protecting, wanting to. So the 10 of Pentacles is like when we build our home, our legacy, it's our lineage, ancestry, etc. Or the kids, are the generations to follow us, our wealth, etc. But it's interesting because we see just this one guy with his dog versus, in the background on this side, there's more family involved. He's passing it down. Where here, not so much. And that's what's in your blocked energy right now, Leo. And everything is kind of like moving away from you. And I think where I'm getting confused is like you're just watching it happen. And again, this makes sense, I guess, because with that cloud's energy, you don't really have clarity, but you're just watching it, right? You're watching it go away. But there is also someone, and again, know if this is just your own fears, your own worries, anxieties, or someone that you've been listening to that's been telling lies about this person or situation, where you've been making certain choices, but I feel like what you wanted isn't happening. Maybe you thought waiting on it would just help the situation to move forward, and it is moving forward, but it's not happening in the way you want. Because this energy, person, situation that you're dealing with is completely shut down. They're looking at it through their own lens of what they're creating and what they're building. So you're doing it here in the Ten of Pentacles, and they're practically doing it here in the Ace of Pentacles. It's in their energy. It's coupled with Five of Swords and Justice. So it's someone who's looking at the situation diplomatically, saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm kind of like doing my own thing. And that's where I feel like this energy of, I don't know, like it's like like I said, you wanted to hold all the pieces, or they did, the energy's interchangeable. But instead, it's kind of creating this unintended destruction. It's falling apart, yeah. But I feel like this person, it's basically saying they're not going back. They just don't want to deal with it. And that's why the Swords energy is just so blunt. Like, it's done, it's over with, like, I've moved on. Because this is what they're showing up as, in their energy of why they're not opening themselves up. So maybe they feel like this for them is you being this way, right? And I'm not trying to be harsh. At all, I hope it doesn't come off that way. I think just too much got in the way. Too many emotions got in the way. They could be a really emotional individual. There was a lack of harmony and working together. And honestly, anytime that happens, it makes it really challenging, Maybe you put your energy, your intention elsewhere, because you wanted to see how this would play out. I don't think you necessarily made the wrong choice per se. There's just a lot of differences between you and this person or situation. And I feel like with that Emperor in the middle, there's this energy of and this has been coming up a lot for some reason in these readings this week. People are trying to control, right? Trying to control the situations, being a little bit, juvenile about how they're going about things, not really wanting to deal with it head on. There's that Ten of Swords, repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. Lessons aren't being learned is what I'm hearing. And I feel like for you, Leo, there's something you need to pay attention to. Because basically Spirit's talking about needing to have a level of clarity around this. I think it's great. We all need our time, our space. We need to be separate from people, places, and things. But we also have to honor the relationships that are around us. This loving space just popped out. So from what's our reasoning, right? Are we removing ourselves, isolating ourselves because we're trying to punish or prove a point? Or are we isolating because that's what we really need to heal, to, kind of grow, evolve, etc., and get back on track? And that's where there's been a disconnect in this situation. Everybody's doing their best, right? And we have to acknowledge that for everyone. I think that's the hardest thing to do, is let go of control, recognizing that what someone else's process might look like is going to be very different from our own, right? We all have different perspectives, different ways of doing ourselves. The grace is just recognizing we're all doing our best in our own way, even if it really is effed up. You know what I mean? Some people just have more trauma than others. It's like the better it gets, the better it gets. I love this, right? So that's the whole reason why we don't stay in that energy. The energy of fear, of anxiety, control, manipulation, because it's law of attraction. It will bring more of that to us. Where if we just surrender, let go, remove all the shady bullshit, the people who are trying to bring it down, the thoughts that are trying to keep it negative, etc. That's where our key is. That's where the potential and the possibility is. And when we put a positive step towards moving forward, it just can only get better from there. I know it sounds like a little cliche and cheeseball-y, but it's so true, you know? It's so true too. Having gratitude, right? Gratitude is the number one easiest way to get into that loving space. Being thankful for what's around us. We don't have to be thankful for someone that hurt us or a situation that's difficult. We can be thankful for the learning lessons or what that person has brought to us. But even if that's too much, we don't have to be. We can just find things that are present in our life that we're grateful for. And that alone is going to shift our perspective and help this situation, even if it's not connected. So I really hope this helps for you, Leo, this week. I'm sending so much love and blessings to whatever you're navigating through. Definitely a big thumbs up if it resonated. Drop comments below. I would love to build and grow the community always. Sending so much love and blessings to your day. Thanks for tuning in.